everyone. My name is Narita. My partner name is Yomogihata. Have you ever eaten too much? You think that you worry about weight if you eat too much. If you are overweight, you may become obesity. Obesity has various problems and risks. We will talk about obesity in detail. Obesity is a state in which body fat accumulates excessively. Concretely, BMI 30 or over is obesity by WHO, but BMI 25 or over is obese in Japan. The reason is that Japanese has low secretory ability of insulin and the incidence of complication increase. By the way, we can calculate BMI. BMI divide weight by the square of head. According to the Ministry of Health, the proportion of obesity aged 20 and older is 31.3% for males, 20.6% for females in 2016. As the age rises, the proportion of obese people is rise and men are more obese than women in all ages. Next, we will talk about problem of obesity. First, medical costs of obesity are higher than non-obese people. In fact, costs of obese people are higher, about 20%, than standard weight people. Second, standard BMI is 22 in Japan. As BMI rises from standard BMI, the risk of death rises. Third, obesity is a factor in many diseases. For example, there is risk of becoming lifestyle disease, arteriosclerotic disease, and heart disease. In addition, obesity can also become cancer such as liver cancer and uterine cancer. So being obese is a very dangerous thing. In addition, there is a possibility of becoming obesity disease or metabolic. Obesity disease is having one or more of 11 types of obesity-related disease. Obesity-related disease is hypertension, type 2 diabetes, and so on. Especially the risk of death of cerebral infarction is very high. Next, we will talk about cause of obesity. There are many causes of obesity. Main causes are excessive calorie intake, aging, decline in base metabolism by lack of exercise, chronic constipation, and hormonal abnormality. Especially, excess intake and lack of exercise are very related to obesity.
Conventional solutions will be introduced. There are three main treatment methods. The first is diet therapy. It is a basic treatment for obesity. Diet therapy aims to review change in the quality of meals and reduce calorie intake. The calorie intake, which becomes the standard of the day, differs according to the degree of obesity. If too much calorie intake is low, nutrients such as protein and vitamins are often deficient. So you are urged to consult with dietitian and actively adopt it. Also, guidance on eating habits is done. The second is exercise therapy. Like diet, it is a basic treatment for obesity. Incorporate exercise into everyday life. It is expected to be effective in avoiding obesity and maintaining health. Heart rate of 120 degrees per minute for people under 60 years old, and heart rate of 100 degrees per minute for people over 60 years old are required. The third is behavioral therapy. It complements diet therapy and exercise therapy. By having patients understand the necessity of treating obesity, the goal is for patients to continue their treatment while having subjectivity. I will introduce the basic process of modern times, discover the causes of obesity and problems that interfere with treatment, think about possible measures, implement it to improve the problem. Ultimately, it flows like keeping the target weight. The problem of conventional treatment is that there are large variations in personal motivation in treatment. Long-term treatment can cause stress. Depending on the treatment, it is limited, which leads to interruption and stoppage of treatment by motivation change and feeling of stress. As a solution, we propose to improve and maintain lifestyle habits while guaranteeing high quality of life. This solution assists them in the events the environment surrounding the individual changes during treatment. The purpose is to promote and maintain the effectiveness of treatment by paying attention to the way and value won by the patient and making it motivational high by supporting it. This is an example. Suppose the patient likes baseball. Stress occurs when treatment is started. Therefore, we provide opportunities to participate in baseball clubs, communities, and events. It is in a state of high motivation. Long-term treatment is done by repeating this cycle. To summarize our solutions, we believe that be treating while supporting traditional therapies and quality of life. It will lead to healthy in a good condition in the long term.